good evening, good night, or good morning, depending on where in the world you're watching that balloon show.
That's right. Today's episode is a special one. It's been 15 years since we appeared on Britain's Got Talent as the Balloon Brothers.
We're taking a trip down memory lane, sharing some photos, some stories, and we're going to recreate some of our favourite smaller balloon designs from the show,
Including that memorable moment at Amanda Holden and her balloon outfit.
But before that,
There's this. Slidey show. Hello.
hiya guys, hello to the people in the chat. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night, the last day of April, and it is an absolute scorcher here in the UK. It's supposed to get hotter tomorrow.
Nice of you to join us this time, Keith.
Well, yes, absolutely. I thought I can't do it 2 times in a row. I think Steph might kill me.
But he didn't get away with it.
No. So how are things out there in Balloon Wonderland for you guys? Have you had a good 2 weeks or 4 weeks? If you've missed me, I know you had to put up with.
Summarise it. It's all good.
Yeah. We 15 years ago, can you believe it? 15 years ago, we were actually sat down this evening and watching Britain's Got Talent.
It was handy that 15 years ago that it turned out that it would be on today as well. It's like we had the foresight and plan to say, you know what, in 15 years, this would be a brilliant throwback episode.
I actually think that it happened yesterday, but that's besides the point. It's yeah, absolutely. Why let the truth get in the way of a good story?
Yes.
So we have some photos that we want to share with you guys.
Do we?
Well, no. We have some photos that we are going to share with you guys.
This is 15 years ago.
Yes.
Or stone ago.
15 years ago.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. Absolutely, which is crazy when you think that I turned 30 this year. So
plus tax.
Something like that. Right, okay. So
what are we talking about for the people that don't know?
Well, for those that don't know, we started off in the balloon industry as balloon entertainers, not as decorators, not as retailers, that we're better known as, but as entertainers. We did a double act.
Here we are.
Wow. I mean, I don't think I've changed that much, but you look young.
Now I do, I know. And that's me in the hot air balloon in the background, by the way, people.
Yes, actually that's Steph. Waving from the hot air balloon in the background.
Hi. So yes, we did an entertainment act, and we did a mixture of this. We did from children's parties all the way to adult and corporate events. And this is where this particular style of entertaining for us was the adult and corporate market.
Yeah, so we call ourselves the Balloon Brothers, based on the Blues Brothers, of course. Well, that's where you got the suits. We used to wear the sunglasses, and we ended up doing a spot on Britain's Got Talent.
We did. Shall I throw it up?
Yeah, go for it.
Here we go. So this is us in our balloon automobile, which was the Blues Brothers police car.
Yes, if you remember, it was like 105 miles to Chicago or something, the whole story.
Which is why we've got a wobbly wheel, because this was 104 miles in, and we,
But if you switch that off for a moment,
we had a blowout.
Because we actually need to have a discussion about how did we end up on Britain's Got Talent?
Why did we do it?
Well,
would we do it again?
In fact, to be fair, we went on Britain's Got Talent when we were going on it. We had no idea what Britain's Got Talent was about.
No.
We didn't watch the show.
Nope.
What actually happened was I was in the office. We were doing our normal magic and balloon shows and bouncy castles and
out
things.
and about, all that good stuff.
And I got a phone call in the office saying, hello, this is so-and-so from Britain's Got Talent. We've seen your act. We think it's very different. And we would absolutely love for you guys to come on to Britain's Got Talent. And I was like, yeah.
This is, generally speaking, the start of a conversation to say, would you like to do this for some exposure?
Yes, or it's a wind-up from a friend saying, we want to see you on TV, yeah? And I'm going to go, oh, yeah, we'd really like to do that. Yeah, but I'm like, no, play cool. No, well, we're actually very busy. I don't know if we can fit it in or whether it's
Sounds
something
like an
we're going to be...
interesting project.
Yeah. If you could just send us an email with all the details, we will get back to you. Okay, and I'm thinking, I didn't fall for the bait. I didn't take the bait.
Yes.
Unfortunately, an email turned up.
Yes, because I come back in, Keith had told me about this, and we're like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're being pranked.
So, and yes, absolutely. I mean, we might be known for our own pranks and things like that, but
So we always expect it back.
Yes. So we got an email through from the production company saying, hi, this is Talkback Thames. We've seen you act. We think you're very different. We would love for you to come on to Britain's Got Talent.
Quick Google, who's this company? Where are they? What do they do? What are they responsible for? Was a valid email address,
Yes.
a valid website, and
Yes.
a very well-established production company within the UK.
So we agreed to go on Britain's Got Talent, even though that at that point we still didn't know what it was.
It sounded like a good idea, though.
Well,
at that
yeah, it was
point.
good. It was going to be good for us. We had actually just recently started our teaching career with Qualitex balloons at the time. And it was going to be good for our profile, to raise our profile, right?
Yes.
In a big way.
And potentially a fun day out.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Which
Do it
we
for
were
the
in for.
experience. So, yeah. So we started doing research and we found out that actually no balloon act had got through the first round.
That's right. And also a little bit of research into how these shows are made, because a lot of them follow the same format. You see a lot of the TV stuff, and you see the interview process, and you see the amazing, well-established judges doing
Yes.
these interviews, and thinking, oh, how do they have time to do all of these people that are queuing up?
Yes. Well, they don't.
No.
No. So
It's all lies, people.
It is.
Lies.
So what we did was we did some research and we went and we looked at older episodes of Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent, and we saw some absolutely amazing balloon artists on there, and none of them had gotten through the first round. And we were thinking, why? Because we know how entertaining balloons are. You know, we know
How can they
it's
be
fun.
so good,
Yeah.
so established in their career, do amazing balloon work, but not actually get through past that initial judges panel?
Yes, so we realised two things, yes. The two things were, first of all, they are really interested in the balloon designs as they are done. Yeah, people love the balloon designs, but they don't really like them to see them.
It takes a little bit
Yeah,
too
the
long to
process.
evolve.
Yes.
You have to sort of jump to the end bit to give them the established design rather than the kind of the journey to it.
Yeah,
which is
to keep
different.
them entertained
Yeah.
along the way. Yeah, it's much harder to do that while you're standing there doing balloons. It's all right when you're on a smaller group basis and things like that, but
one-to-one,
when you're
small
talking
group.
like a theatre of a few thousand people with the judges, it's different, right?
So that was the one reason we felt that people were not getting through. And the second one is the three judges on the panel.
Yes, and if you get 3 buzzers, you are out. Yeah, so we worked it out. We said, right, what we're going to do is we are going to create a balloon entertainment act, which is most of the stuff is already pre-made.
That's right.
Yeah, so that they're not standing there watching stuff
Instantly
being made.
visual.
Yep.
Just the
Big
entertainment
impact.
bits. Yep. And
And-
cheat.
Yes, we'll get one of the judges up on the stage, because if there's not 3 judges on that panel, they can't press 3 buzzers, right? So
Doesn't matter if you get 2 buzzers.
hey, we'll
you still
default
go
our way through that
Yes.
first round.
Now, we'll brush over the fact that they explicitly said not to use a judge,
Yes.
not to leave the stage,
No.
not to ask a judge to go on the stage,
No.
not even to gently coerce them to join in.
Yes.
Very strict instructions.
Yeah. So sometimes it's better to seek forgiveness than ask permission. So that's exactly what we did.
Oopsie, how bad.
So we turned up with our suits, which are our special Air Marnie suits, which is where's our? Here we go. Look at these bad lads.
Da-da.
Yeah, look at that. These are our specially prepared Air Marnie suits, which we'd had tailored for us so that on the inside of both sides of the jacket, like a stolen watch salesman,
Yes.
we have all of our balloons.
We had our balloons in our left and our right breast. We also had a little stash in our hat as well. There was a little secret pocket in there as well. So you could tip our hat and take some balloons out of there. And then we had an emergency 2 balloons that were in our tie as well. So if the timing was right, we could slide a balloon out from our tie.
Yes.
Yes, we like that.
We
That was-
did. So we decided that we wanted to do the big impact, which is how we ended up with, if you go back to that previous one, how we ended up coming on with the car. Now, if you do a search for Britain's Got Talent Balloon Brothers, you will find us. on there, and we apologise because it will be.
Car crash.
Also,
TV.
you know what the worst thing about the whole thing is? I mean, not the worst thing, but one of the pretty bad things is that it's in the old aspect ratio. It's in 4:3, so it's pretty widescreen TV.
It's aging us ever so slightly. Yes, yeah. So we actually had a fun story as well with the car because this particular.
Thank you, IKEA, by the way.
Yeah, I sponsored by IKEA, that car, the frame.
Yeah.
The venue that this was done on, the hosts of the Britain's Got Talent, Ant and Dec, and they're actually from our region.
Yes.
And
happen to be exactly the same age as us. We're just better looking.
It's true. They said that themselves. But this particular venue isn't a big venue for stage-wise and backstage. So they were doing it as a bit of a throwback because this is the first theatre that those guys had actually played in when they started their career.
Yes.
So they use this venue, and normally entertainers don't get access to the venue beforehand. They get their little slot, they get brought over, and away they go. But with a little bit of sweet talking from us, we managed to get in early and bring the car in.
7 o'clock in the morning or
Yeah,
something.
so we had a fantastic day. We really did.
Yes.
But we brought the car in and...
It was 7 o'clock in the morning, and they said that we were going to be going on live on the stage at about 11:15 that morning, which was perfect for us, right?
Absolutely. We had all the balloons done. We had them all prepped, had them to one side. We even sort of paced out the stage because we did the whole act timed to a backing track that we'd done. So we paced the stage out so we could get our timing right for walking on the stage. Of which we were told that, oh no, guys, you'll just have to leave the car on stage and go out to it because there's a camera that's at the side.
And that camera doesn't move for continuity, right?
Ever. On every episode, it sets off in one position and it never moves. So they've got the continuity of filming all the way throughout the day. And we said, listen, guys, we've already asked. We need to bring the car on. It's part of our act. If we have it on the stage, it'll make no sense. We'll be walking on as if we're driving, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, the sound effects and everything. Like, we've got to go in and drive in. We've got to open the doors, and we've got to slam the boots and things. Makes no sense.
The stage producer guy's like, guys, I understand. But it's never moved in the history of Britain's Got Talent. It goes there, stays there, doesn't move.
Continuity.
Is exactly what he said. Then the cameraman goes, hey guys, it actually says in my script, move camera for the balloon guys.
And we were like, yay!
Producer director guy goes, well, that's the first time that's happened. We'll move the camera. So we were like, whew.
We also got to hang out with Stephen Mulhern as he was the host for Britain's Got More Talent, and what a great guy he was. I don't think we got any photos.
We have. There is a photo of him.
Is there? God, we look so young on them photos.
I'll find it.
Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, here we go. Ready for the best backpack in the world. That is awesome work, Dom, that we did for that.
It's not my worst.
It's close. That was that's me looking on in embarrassment at a jetpack. He absolutely loved that.
You do what you can with what you've got in the moment that you're in.
Yeah, but he was a great guy. He was one of the hosts. He's a magician himself, and he's a big TV celebrity in the UK. And but he was absolutely fantastic to work with and hang out with for a while. Yes. So thank you to Stephen. One of our members of staff at the time came with us.
Yes.
A little bit starstruck about him.
Just a little bit.
Yes.
We had another, it was a funny story as well with the car. Where is it? Here it is. We'll bring the car up. So this one, the boot actually, the trunk opens up as well, so we had lots of different...
you went American there.
Yeah,
I like
I did,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, American
nice.
is.
Yeah, so it opens up, and we had lots of different accessories in there as well. This also had to be made, so as it comes on, we can walk and drive in it, but then later on, we'll not spoil it.
Don't give up the magic, the fact that we were actually, we drove it on.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll let you watch it if you can find it as to what actually happened to the car. But there's a moment that I remember very clearly. We got to where we were going. I got out the car. I went round to the boot, the trunk, to go and open it up and take something out. I leaned in to pick said object out, and my Sharpie fell out my pocket. And as any balloon entertainer would, if you drop your Sharpie, you think, oh, that's a Sharpie. It's a cherished object. I must retrieve it. As I'm going in, trying to retrieve this, and then for a second I thought, Dominic, it's a Sharpie. It's one Sharpie. We've got the three judges. We've got Simon Cowell. We've got Piers Morgan. We've got Amanda Holden. We've got a studio audience of however many thousand are in there.
Yeah, the Time Theatre, which was about 2,500 people, I think it was.
It's being filmed for TV. Don't worry about the Sharpie.
I think the Sharpie can just stay where it is.
So I did leave it in the end, but in my mind, I think that went a lot longer than it did in real life.
Yeah.
It was only a momentary pause, but...
Fly through a couple more of these photos, Dom, and then what we're going to do is we're going to dive into the studio and recreate some of the smaller designs. Because
why not?
We can't recreate the car because IKEA stopped making the curtain posts.
They were great.
This is us on there with Amanda Holden.
Yep, we got her to hold them.
Holden, yeah, it was Amanda Holden.
But
That's why she's reacting to our joke.
This was the prep work, though. We pre-inflated these balloons very early in the morning, expecting to go on at 11 a.m.
Yes.
Yes, but that didn't happen. So those balloons sat under the hot studio lights.
Till about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, so they were not quite as...
They'd gone down a bit, yeah. They were a little bit more relaxed by the time we got
slightly tired and a little bit softer than expected. But you know what? We got on with it.
Yeah, that is great. I mean, that, honestly, that is some of our best work there, right
really
there,
is.
Dom.
But you know what? It got Amanda onto the stage. She had no choice.
And she ended up on the front cover of 3 newspapers as well the next
Correct.
day.
So, yes, so she got tied up and attacked by balloons. Comments were made. But then she carried on wearing them for a little bit more in the evening. So that was a success.
Hey, it worked. It worked. There we go, on a mission from God.
That's
it. As you can see there, the Blues Brothers. Oh, yeah. Then we started getting invited to different other places as well. Crown Court, County Court, and
this is another
Chris Barry,
celeb from the UK. He's done a few things over his time. So he was at an event that we were invited to. Oops, phones fell over.
Steady.
I'm not sure if anybody, even in this area, knows of this football player.
Alan Shearer, the captain of England and Newcastle United, and my team. Look at those 2 young fellas.
Back again.
Yeah. Oh, Peter Beardsley as well.
Another footballer there.
Again, looks so young. Oh,
this young man.
I can't remember his name, but we saved him from being crushed.
Yes, the sort of entrance to these events, there's normally 10,000 people that pile in to go and see the initial round of interviews, which is the producers and directors that see you. And this young man was saved by us because he almost got squashed in the trampling feet of people wanting to get on the TV.
So we ended up actually grabbing him. We just said, hold your arms out, and we put one arm underneath, like looped arms, picked him up off his feet and just ran forward with him so that he didn't get crushed.
So he sorted us out later. His mum and dad were there to come and say thank you, and then he wanted a photograph.
Yeah.
So that was pretty fun.
Well, we ended up on another TV show, The One Show, for those that know.
That's right. Off the back of that was fun.
That was appeared on the back of a bus for a while as well.
It did.
As a promo for the area. And back to that amazing backpack. So
That's right.
I think what we need to do is get into the workshop.
You going over.
And we're going to recreate a few of the designs that we did while we were there, right?
Sounds like a fun idea.
All right.
You going over. I once did get booked for a small entertainment gig. And the guy who booked us was like, where's your dog? What dog? The purple dog. The purple dog. Yeah, he thought we were going to turn up on this giant purple dog. Right, you're over there, Keith?
I am.
You're there? I've got you. Right, you're there. I'm here.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
Can they see me?
They can see you.
Oh, hiya. You're all right. I didn't know you could see me.
It went over straight away. It was not holding back.
So,
it was so keen.
What we're going to do is we're going to make some balloons. So what we did was, during the entire time at Britain's Got Talent, we decided that we were going to be featured in any way that we possibly could. And the way that we did that is all of the other contestants, we basically made balloons for them. So all day while we were in, like, behind the scenes and everything, we made balloons for everybody, all of the contestants, even the guys that went on to win the whole show, a group called Spellbound, who were Olympic level gymnasts. We made balloons for all of them across it. So they could not refuse that we were there because everybody had balloons from us.
We were in every shot.
We were.
Yeah,
we were making sure that we were going to be seen. So
and why not?
We did some simple stuff. So we'll start off with, like, for instance, one of the most simple things that we do, which is we generally try to match in with people's costumes or clothing. If we were doing this for a party or whatever, we would generally do this. And it's just a simple flower. The way that we do it is, instead of doing like 6 petals and then twist it together, we like to make it nice and small. So we just create very small loops. So, and we're going to create it as a 5 petal. So there's 3.
This is our preferred method for the flowers because it's so versatile.
Yeah.
So you can do 5 petal, you can do 6 and 7 petal if you want. You can mix.
Can you hold that? Thank you.
Almost. It's like I knew it was coming. You can mix the colours as well. You can stop at 3 and then add a new colour in and then carry on and have it, alternate colours. You can scale it up. You can scale it down. There's so many options with it. It also works for any kind of size that you want to do it as well. You can do balloon flowers to hold, which is a firm favourite. However, we find that these kind of things tend to get put away.
Yeah, they get put away or they get dropped on the table, left wherever, and nobody can see them. So what we did was we put a little bit of finally seen alive. Congratulations,
Yay.
well done. And we just put a bit of 260 there with a little bit of inflation, and then they create a loop like this so that we can go, oh, look at that. That's a lovely corsage.
What we love about this technique, though, is it stays with the person.
Yes.
And they kind of float around with it. So whether you're at an event or kind of just out and about, people will see it and it's not kind of tucked away. So by wearing it, it's looked after. With the kids, it's great because they don't mess around with it and unravel it so much, then return it and go, hey, can you remake it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So having it like a corsage, yes, is a great way of looking after it and also advertising for yourself as well.
The other good thing with it as well is that if you don't want to do it as a flower, so you want to do it for, I don't know, like a dog or a small animal or something, that is a great base to start off with. So it's a platform that you can just tie in your dog, so they still wear it as a bracelet. Yeah. But they have it that's there. So that, again, it's not holding it, it's not dropping it, it's not causing problems. It's just a great base to start off with.
Shall I do one quickly while we're talking about it?
Yeah, why not? Do one quickly. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do the flower bit.
You're going to do the flower. I'll do a little poodle. I'll be careful not to step in him so I don't get my feet wet. Now, I haven't done one of these for a while, so...
Now, we used to do it as the world record holder.
Here we go.
I can't remember how many we made in 1 minute.
3.
Well, at least 3.
One of them, and then one of them, and then one of them, one of them, and one of them. Let's see if I got this right. Here we go! A dog!
Yay!
Or a caterpillar or something. Okay. If it's not a dog, we'll tell you what, we'll try and make it into a dog. We'll twist there, and then hopefully, if I twist there, and there, and then I take that and twist there, we do have a dog. Look, a little poodle like this. And then if we relax that a little bit like this, and then if you just blow, there we go, perfect, well done. And we have our little doggy.
So I've got the band that's gone around there, but just left the extra bit to go through the front legs, through the back legs, and then attach that onto the base. And that just means, like Keith had said there, it creates a lovely base to then become a platform to hold that little poodle on.
Perfect.
And there's lots of other little animals you can do, teddy bears and kind of fun bits and pieces. But yeah, we'll just go and...
You're going to have to put it down.
Yeah, put it outside, you need to go.
There we go. Needs fresh air twice a day. One of the flowers that we also did for Britain's Got Talent went a little bit bigger than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this lavender, and I've already got 2 inflated, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to tie this. I can still make balloon dogs now. Well done. I mean, that was a few years ago.
At least 2.
A few years ago, Ryan. And then we'll tie that off there, and we'll put a loop like this. And then we have 3 loops.
Ta-da!
We'll grab in the middle, we'll pull that one out like this, squeeze that round, give that a twist, like we did last summer. And then we'll do the same thing on this side, and we'll give that a twist. Till we have a giant flower, which is 6 loops. And then from there, we're going to do our standard...
You can leave it like that as well if you want.
Well, you could do. Or you can just put one in front of the other like this, all the way around. Keep going.
Yes.
I know. How long ago did we lose sound? How much of that? See, I did some really funny jokes there, hilariously funny jokes, and it's disappointing that only our deaf watchers will be able to
I
enjoy
believe
those
we have
jokes
sound
that
back
can lip
again
read.
now.
Okay, and yes, and if you just remember that, that's the most important thing you'll ever learn on this show tonight. So,
And if you know anything about cable management, you don't want to look at what I've just done.
I know what you've just done. So we're back from outer space. Honestly, we just walked in
Happy
to say you're
belated
here with a
birthday
new
as well, Shelley.
microphone.
Yes.
Happy delayed birthday.
Belated.
Oh, belated birthday.
Yes.
I thought no, just get ahead for next year. Delayed birthday.
There were some really interesting things again there. Always the best information then.
It was about the middle of the flower. Okay, right.
Oh, okay.
There you go. There's the middle of the flower. Back on track.
So you lost sound here. I don't actually think you had anything interesting to say, personally. And that was here.
Whatever it was, just guarantee it was absolutely hilarious. All right, it's fine. Okay. Right.
So it's a wind up.
Just think of the funniest thing that I could have said. That's what happened. Okay. Right. And then we have a space blaster. There we go.
Stephen will
Was
have
that thank you for saying about the happy birthday, or was it about the hilariously funny jokes that I did?
Oh, thank you for getting the sound back.
Oh, I mean, maybe they wanted the sound off.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll
Right, okay.
We'll let you decide.
Well, what we would like to do here is that now that we're ready for the finale, because we're already over time, we're...
No.
It's that sound problem that causes us to run over. What we're going to do is we're going to invite the wonderful Amanda Holden now to come and join us.
She was slightly delayed this evening because she lost the keys.
To join us on stage. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you can be upstanding, and I mean, you don't have to stand up, we can't say you're anywhere, but if you give her a big round of applause.
They don't know that.
Oh yeah, we're watching you.
Shelley, stand
Sounds
up.
a bit stalkerish though if we say that we're watching you.
Well, you know.
They're in their own homes. Poor people. Right, anyway, we're going to welcome all the way from over there to over here. We have the one and only Amanda Holden.
In you come. We'll do a bit of Photoshop and CGI in post. It'll be fine.
Now, Amanda decided that she was going to come in fancy dress today, and she decided that she would come dressed as our one and only Steph. So I'm just going to say, Steph, you smell better than you did earlier. Okay, so you okay. Right, anyway, so we have Steph.
What's an honours? Where's the
Thank
tea,
you
Steph?
for our being a victim. Shelley, we got. Shelley says
Right.
that the jokes are killing the sound. Are we back on again?
Is she saying it's the first time we're funny or the first time we're not funny? You decide. So we can have lights or sound in the pod. I've chose sound right now. If you want lights back, you let me know.
Okay. Right. Okay. What was my last joke? What was I doing? Can't remember. You need to hurry up and
Is this a
inflate a
new
balloon.
one? What's
It
that?
needs to be that much left.
What happened to the one I gave you?
This much.
I think I need to charge the battery as
This
well.
much. No, a little bit less. Okay, right. Now we're only using this part of the balloon. His face. His face. He believed me there for a moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
What's that?
We're
What's
gonna-
that? I've got something in the drawer here.
No. We're going to tie it into a loop like this.
He doesn't even remember what we're making.
I do. I'm not making it up as we go along, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, you hold that. That's perfect. That's brilliant. Okay, then we need another. We need, actually, you just inflate that one to the same size, tie it in a loop, turn it to two
Yeah,
loops.
I'll do the work. Sing my now. Ooh. We're doing 2 loops.
2 loops? Just tie it, yeah, twist it at 2 loops.
But we're going to go down this way. Well, they're pretty even.
Yeah, they were very even. I did really well there. You hold that, and you hold that. You could scheme.
Yeah, got the glasses as well. I got something in my eye.
Okay. You are? You're
My
right.
ear, my eye.
Okay. If you put that onto there,
In we go.
and if you put that onto there, and you put that into there, like that's great. And then, what was I doing? Balloons, that was it, yeah. Okay, we'll tie these two together like this.
We didn't measure the arms.
That's not arms, this is arms. and then,
We make them different sizes, these ones. Well, they have some nice shapes with this, eh?
yeah, make some shapes. Dom's gonna throw some shapes.
Have a bit of that.
Chef's like, I had to come back to work for this. If I wanted to be abused, I could have just stayed at home. Listen to the kids. Right, okay. If you twist that into the middle of that as well.
I shall.
Got no idea what we're doing yet, but Steph,
This is
remember what we told you earlier for
a funny
doing
looking dog. Where's it in the drawer?
for the big. Right, okay.
Doesn't sound off again yet.
No, it's right, okay. We need these as well. I think. Yeah, we do. Right.
He's on it.
Yeah, we'll do that one there.
Well, this is our arms, yeah? We'll go with the arms there. Be big enough, right?
Yeah, they'll be big enough.
Where'd you put them in
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
I'm
No
afraid.
idea what he's doing. To be fair, I only came out for a loaf of bread. So I don't know.
It might be a little tight. I don't know if you're going to be able to walk down the stairs in them, but you know, we'll see. Do you measure them the same size?
Yeah, I made them the same size. I don't know what you've done with them.
Oh my.
Right.
I'll have them too. They look closer in
You
size.
do this. This is exactly how it happened on Britain's Got Talent as well.
Well, that one, that
I'm
one.
just going to measure your
that
head.
one.
All right.
They're definitely not the same size.
just need to-
You can't measure.
Blow them. Right, we'll twist that together like this. This is exactly how it happened with Amanda, which is also why we weren't allowed back. Sound's still on. Keith, your jokes hasn't made them go off again. Champion, it's not my jokes. That's the problem. Yeah, there we go. I'll just
Okay.
even that out 1 second. Right,
Perfect.
that looks lovely.
Hold your left arm out.
That's your right arm.
Get a check. There we go. And then we'll have that there, that there, that there.
There we go.
We'll have that there.
Oh, honestly, you look lovely, love. Right, now we need
You
you need
scissors to
something
get some of
else.
this hair out of the way because it's in the way. There we go.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Just trim
it'll
them
grow,
off at
it'll
the
grow
back.
back.
We'll put that up on there. And then we've got one last thing to do, which is
Oh,
practically
yes.
what we started with. We'll do that, we'll do a twist like this. We'll do another twist
I
like
thought you were going to
this.
say a messy workshop.
And we'll twist like this. And we'll twist like this. That'll do. Right, okay. And we need something else. I'll tell you what we got. Not in that drawer. I've got this drawer. I nearly chopped my finger off in the process, but there we go.
Ooh, a bit of Prima.
Bit of Prima foil.
Nice.
It's great with this machine as well for doing
And
it.
pre-valved.
Pre-valved.
If we had pre-valved foils,
Yeah. We might have gotten through to the final.
yeah, I think that was it.
I mean, we
really.
got through to the quarterfinals, but
Because I think that's what they said as well as just a sort of a point was, we like what you did, but stop them to heat seal, which is killing, was killing the act.
I think that's what happened. And we said, just shut up, we're getting on with it, right? It's not even your show. Apparently it was. Anyway, there you go. It's your fairy
Oh,
wand.
look at that.
So here we go, look. Amanda Holden
Yay.
in the flesh.
Yay.
And give us a 12. Look, we weren't sure what we did, so we were winging it.
For dramatic effect.
How did you do that as well? Yeah, double press.
Yeah. See?
Right, okay.
Living the dream. I'm going to leave you because I'm going to go over there. And
Thank you very much, Fish God. We really appreciate your super chat.
That's, I'll turn some lights on and the sound might stay on for 30 seconds-ish.
You think?
Yeah. Not guaranteed.
So we are about done with today, and Amanda now needs to go back down to London where she does a radio show, a very popular radio show, and we'll just get our normal stuff back. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
You got to speak up louder.
Yes.
You don't have a microphone. Okay. I mean, I didn't earlier either. That didn't stop me.
And just so you know, that pink heart is
Very
not a
noisy.
microphone.
yeah. Sorry, yeah. So, what was your favourite bit about getting dressed up with balloons?
Everything?
Is it? Have you got a special thing with latex?
No.
Okay. What were you doing at the weekend?
Drinking.
No, what she was supposed to say is that she was at a balloon event. Yeah, she was at the Nabas balloon event.
Oh, yes, I was. I did drink.
Yeah, we don't want to know about that though. Come on, this is a balloon show. Keep it real. Right, Amanda.
I was working.
Okay. Are we done? And I'm still using this as a microphone. It still doesn't work, but
It's
yes.
going to stick, right? I'm coming back to the. I'm
That's
coming
your
back to
one.
the pod where you can join me, and we'll say goodbye.
Okay, right. Bye, Amanda.
Bye, Amanda.
Just stay there a moment. Just talk to the camera.
Yeah, you're on it. You've got it. Let me just turn that one off from there. Right, we're back.
We're back.
With dim lights because I can't afford the electricity. No, I'll turn the sound off. We can't do it. It's one or the other right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Yeah, it's that bad.
Right.
Ignore the cable. We're good. Anyway, we'll fix that for next week. We borrowed the cable for the event. What can I
One
say?
second. I'm going to fix this.
I know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. We're in the dark here, people.
This works. Okay.
So on that note,
Yes. So it's been a wonderful evening. We hope you guys had at least a little bit of fun, as much
Yeah.
as we did.
yeah,
And,
100% entertainment, 90%
shall-
sound.
Sorry, microphone wasn't on. If we shall see you in 2 weeks' time.
And you shall hear us in 2 weeks' time. But on that bombshell,
Bye bye for now.
ciao for now.